Hello, Vidargavia here, and welcome to this Minecraft fireworks tutorial. Hope you're right, guys. I hope you're alright. Minecraft fireworks. Oh man, it's a whole very involved topic, but today we're going to automate the production of fireworks stars, and we're going to also randomize the production of your Minecraft fireworks with a simple machine, or actually 3 different machines. Because we're also going to look at this machine behind me here that randomizes the Minecraft fireworks displays. So the absolute basics of Minecraft fireworks is that you need a piece of gunpowder and a piece of paper, and you get 3 firework rockets, right? And these are the ones we use to fly with our elytras. And you can actually use between 1 and 3 gunpowder to go further or less far. But there is so much more to do with fireworks. You can take the basic recipe here, paper, gunpowder, and combine it with firework stars. You need 1 paper and between 1 and 3 gunpowder, and in this case the amount of gunpowder decides how high your rocket will fly before it explodes. And you can use up to 7 firework stars. Now that is quite unnecessary because of the particle limitations on Minecraft. You will only be able to see up to 3 firework stars in a rocket, so you need to use between 1 and 3 firework stars. And these things, these firework stars, they are really involved in how you make them. All of this here has to do with that, and I will go through it in swift order here. Now you first of all need exactly 1 gunpowder for each firework star. On top of that you can take between 0 and 1 of these items here. A head, any head actually, not just a creeper head, a gold nugget, a feather, or a fire charge. And if you mix in a head, you will get a creeper shaped explosion. If you mix in a gold nugget, you will get a star shaped explosion. If you mix in a feather, you will get a burst explosion. And if you mix in a fire charge, you will get a large explosion. On top of that, you can also have 0 or 1 diamond. So you can have 1 of these and also a diamond. And if you get a diamond in there, you get a trail effect after the explosion. On top of that, so you can have 1 of these, a diamond or no diamond, and also a piece of glowstone or none. If you put in a piece of glowstone, you get a crackle effect after the explosion. And last but not least, you need between 1 and 8 dice, so you need at least 1, but you can have up to 8, and that determines the color of the explosion. So if you have more than 1 die, there will be colors in the explosion, or you can just go for 1 and have just a pink, nice explosion here. Now, there is one more thing. After you've made this firework star, you can actually put it in the crafting table again with more die. Up to 8, between 1 and 8, or actually between 0 and 8, because you don't have to do this. And that will determine what the colors the firework star will fade to after the explosion. So it will explode with this color, and then it'll fade to this color. So that's all you need to know about how you actually make firework stars. And then, like you saw here before, you just combine them with paper, gunpowder, and the firework stars to make the shiny rockets. All of this is a lot to think about, and imagine that you try to think of, okay, well, what rocket do I want now? It's not that easy, is it? You know, do I want to have gold nuggets, diamonds, or no diamonds? How many colors, and what colors do I want? And also, what do I want to do with the trailing effect? Well, this machine solves that problem for you. It takes all of the decision making out of the process. You simply just press the button here. Out comes a bunch of items. In this case not too many, but still, and you just combine them all in the crafting table like so. And here we got a burst light gray with a trail effect because of the diamond. Press it again, you get something else. Still just got light gray. It's random, remember. So you combine all of these things and you get a large ball light gray trail with a twinkle. Yes, we got a pretty excessive amount of stuff here. I think this is actually 2 presses. Yes, it is. Okay, fair enough. Do this one. It's a large ball, light blue and light blue, with a trail and a twinkle. Now, of course, you could have actually saved the last light blue there for the trailing effect. And finally we got a yellow, gold nugget, glowstone dust and gunpowder. Yep, as you can see, you can keep going here for quite some time. So how does this machine work? Well, it's all based around the very simple randomizer, which consists of a dropper, a hopper and a comparator. And in the dropper is a sword or other unstackable item, and a wheat seed or another stackable item. So something that stacks to 64 and something that doesn't stack at all. And how this works is when the dropper gets a redstone signal, so from here, it will randomly decide if it wants to shoot out the diamond sword or the wheat seeds into this hopper. Now this hopper is, we sense what's in this hopper. So if it's a diamond sword, well, if it's a sword in here, it'll get a signal strength of 3, thus firing this dropper or dispenser. And if it's the wheat seed, it'll only get a signal strength of 1, thus not reaching all the way, so it can't fire the dropper. An important notice here is that you can change the ratio with which you get the item by adding more stackable items here or more non-stackable items. So in this case now, it's only 1 in 4 chance that we will get the item shoot out here, which is glowstone. If we on the other hand do this, it's now a 2 in 3 chance to get the glowstone. While we're at it, let's just build one of these things real quick. We need a dropper, a hopper, and a comparator. And so how you build it is you basically put the dropper down facing upwards. You put the hopper into it, and then you need 2 blocks here. And you put the comparator there, and then you put in the items, which needs to be a sword or something similar, and a stackable item into the dropper, like so. If you now give this a redstone signal, for instance, with a button, it will fire every time. But if you detect how long the signal is with some redstone dust, so this would be the sword. This would be the sword again. This would be the gunpowder. This would be the sword. You can see that this piece of redstone glows if it's a sword. So not sword, not sword, sword. All right. So it's random. 50% chance with this randomizer. With this particular setup of the randomizer. So for this side here, we have a randomizer saying 0 to 1 glowstone, we have another randomizer saying 0 to 1 diamonds, and we have another randomizer saying 0 to 1 of one of the 4 other items, which was gold nugget, fire charge, feather and creeper head. In this case, this dispenser will further randomize things by shooting out just one of these randomly picked. And finally, we always have a gunpowder. So here there's no randomizer, it's just a line going straight into this dispenser. These really should be droppers. I need to fix that when I rebuild this. On this side here, it's a little bit more involved maybe, but the solution to the die problem, there are 16 different dies, is to basically fill 8 in this one and the other 8 in this one dispenser here. And there are randomizers here as well, like this and that. Exactly the same setup, except they all go to a etho hopper clock, which has only 1 item in it. And so when this goes back and forth, it'll trigger each one of these 2 randomizers independently of each other every time. And it will stay on for as long as this is off. So when we press the button here, this torch turns off. And so you see that this goes back and forth a couple of times. Now if you want it to go backwards and forwards more times, so if you basically want more dice in your setup, just need to extend this line a little bit like this. So you can make this even longer. Now there are many ways to do this, of course, but I just choose a way that is really simple and you can instantly sort of see how it works. So I've extended the signal a tiny bit here with 1 repeater, and we should get a few more. Well, I've tried it out as well. We should get a few more dice here now when we try it out. It's hard to see. Let's empty our inventory. So we got 2 that time, 3 dice, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's how that works. Now, once you have all these firework stars, what do you do? What do you do? Well, you go and build yourself this machine. This is a fireworks maker, basically. It will give you between 0 and 1 gunpowder, plus between 0 and 1 gunpowder, plus 1 gunpowder each time, plus 1 paper each time, plus 1 firework star, and then plus 0 to 1 firework stars, and another 0 to 1 firework stars. And it's exactly the same principle. You have a button, 2 redstone lines going from it. This one goes to here, which randomizes this gunpowder. This one goes to here, which randomizes this gunpowder. And this one is just a straight line to the first gunpowder, because remember, you always need at least 1 gunpowder. And this one is also just a straight line to 1 paper, which you also always need. And it's the same setup on the other side. You always need 1 firework star, so there is no randomizer here. And then you can have either 0 or 1 of these 2, which also contains firework stars like that. And you just stand here, press the button, wait for the items to arrive, and create your rockets. Now you can keep pressing, keep making rockets. That's all about these 2 machines. This is how you make all your rockets. Now, how does this thing work back here with the dispensers and the whatnot? So these are basically batteries full of rockets, dispensers here. I've got a fair few here actually. And they all have a randomizer connected to them underneath here. I'll show you how it looks. So underneath this block here, underneath the dispenser is a block and a redstone wire leading into it, which is too long. The comparator, dropper and hopper setup, and in this case we have reduced the chance of it actually firing by having 8 different items here that stack, plus 1 item that doesn't stack. And as you can see, there's a redstone wire leading into each one of these randomizers, and they're all exactly the same going into the block underneath there. And over here we have a simple little clock. This clock will basically, when this torch turns off, this clock will basically keep going around here, like this, and that will fire this redstone signal every once in a while when this torch turns on. And that's the whole secret to this fireworks dispenser setup, firework battery setup. Now, there's just a lever up here. If I flick it, the fireworks will start randomly shoot out. So that is all there is to it, guys. Minecraft fireworks made easy for you guys with 3 simple machines. A firework star maker, a firework rocket maker, and a firework dispenser setup. So Minecraft fireworks, yeah! It's another matter that you need to now go and get a bunch of mob heads, a bunch of diamonds, make a bunch of fire charges, and so on and so forth. But maybe we'll cover some of that in a different tutorial. If you like this tutorial, let me know downstairs in the comments if you want me to build a block by block tutorial of this or something like that. If you want me to do more firework stuff and all that sort of good stuff. And also make sure that you check out some of the other things that are on the channel. Anyway guys, for now, thank you for watching and I will see you next time. Bye!